busy weekend for us. A lot of changes, and the one thing I will say is I saw a lot more traffic going over to the Renaissance this weekend, which was nice. Gaming had a lot more people over there over the entire weekend, which is what I was hoping, because it would help the flow not be so packed here, which allowed us to add some numbers here as well without loading up too much, which is nice. How many here actually got a chance to go over to the Renaissance? Oh, nice. That's a really good percentage. Did you guys have any issues with the bikes? Everything work out okay?
Everything was great.
So if you don't know, if you didn't get a chance to go over to the Renaissance, we actually pay for the bikes to go between the two locations for you guys. So please, if you didn't go this year because you were afraid that you didn't want to walk over in the middle of the day in the Phoenix heat, know that bike services down here are done, and the pull-in service to be able to take the bike to the two locations. Thank you, Greg. No worries.
Thank you.
Build the next generation, and that's kind of where I want to start the conversation today, which is we're growing, and we're growing our teams and expanding our teams. And so if you're interested in helping or ever just wanted to get your feet wet on trying to see how crazy it is to work on in the back side of the convention, which it's very crazy, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're going to be doing a lot of street team drives over the next 6 months here in Tucson and Flagstaff, and then for our show in Albuquerque, we're going to be doing stuff up there too. The goal that I've given the team is to really expand us by about 30% internally to kind of help with the next growth phase, which is what's probably going to happen in 27, 28. I kind of plan the business on a 5 to 10 year plan, and I kind of have where I want us to be in 5, and I have an idea where I want us to be in 10, and we always kind of drive in that direction. And the big next expansion that we're looking at is probably going to be in 27, with some additions to other spaces where we're going to do some more stuff in some venues. But that'll be more to come as we finish up this year with some of our discussions and kind of go to that. I do normally not ever call people out directly in staff because my staff are amazing. But my wife and I have basically been running Monkey Paw ourselves from the business standpoint since 2010. We started Saboten in 2008. And I love doing it, but what I found is it's a lot of work for 2 people to do a lot of the back end work to keep the show going and keep it successful. And the day-to-day work was having us put in about 60 hours a week for every week to try to keep up with things. And I finally realized that I'm getting to the age where I don't really want to do that on a daily basis. So we have 2 people, Riley Danger and Tony Panetta, who have been with me since the beginning. And when I say the beginning, Tony was in a group that actually was there in 2008, and Riley came on in 2010. And they took over probably about 40 to 50% of my day-to-day work for this year. Riley is about 3/4 time, and Tony is about 1/3 time right now. We're planning to, the big move's going to be happening this next year. I'm trying to be moving them both to full-time employment within the next probably 8 to 12 months to kind of help the business grow. Yeah, and I will say, they've really done amazing. Running an event and running conventions, everybody sees you coming through the door and you see all the nice that's happening in the front, but a lot of people don't realize the amount of work that needs to be done in the back end. And those 2 really kind of picked up. So again, I usually don't call people out, but Riley and Tony really kind of picked up a big load this year, and I really want to thank them. I know they're still working on it, but they'll see it in the video. But I really just do want to thank them for all their work and where they've gotten us to up to this point.
Seriously going to make me use a microphone? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I thought I could project well. I apologize.
You did pretty good.
Thank you. And we, Okay, everybody hear me okay? So our goal over the next probably two seasons, so 26 and 27, is to really expand the teams. We had a hiccup this year. If you noticed, our bag checkers were missing. So they decided to cancel on us on Friday morning. So we handled it internally. So even though you didn't notice it, we actually increased Phoenix PD on the floor over the weekend. There was plain clothes we had walking through, and we actually expanded our security team internally fast to try to accommodate. I will never speak ill of anybody, but I will say that there are certain parts of our business that we feel we need to start to take control a little bit better. So I've been talking with a couple people on our team, and we have a good contact that actually used to work with us, who's coming back to work with us. We are bringing in an internal, fully licensed guard card team into Monkey Paw starting next year. And we will be bringing in the back checks internally so that we can control it, so that way you have a better experience, and they're working directly for us, so that way there isn't any issues, and that we can make sure that we're giving you guys the best experience you can as you walk through the door. So I will say, before I do my thing with making everybody stand up, we really do need the help. This show is expanding and is growing, and I'll get into the expansions after we get through this little piece here. But if you just want to help out for 4 hours for one day, you get the badge for the day. So you come help out in an area for 4 hours, and you get the badge for the convention the rest of the day. You help out for 16 hours over the entire weekend, 4 hours each day, you get a full event pass. That's a pretty good deal if you can find a place that you enjoy. I will say this though, find a place you enjoy. The reason why we do this is because money's tight, and maybe you just want to hold on to money, or maybe you just want to putz around at the show and have fun and see some of the background. We do this to make it so that you can experience the show and save money if you need to be able to come to the show and be part of the community. So don't be afraid to reach out to our event support team as they start to do the drives for this fall, and see if there's a place, see if there's some place you want to help out at. Or if you know someone who really has never come to the show, maybe because it's cost prohibitive, or if it's just something that they didn't want to put the money to because they can do something else, but if they wanted to come help a little bit and enjoy the show, that might be something they can do. Every department, I can tell you, we're looking to add people. And it's not that we're hurting now, it's just that my goal for 27 needs to be reached, which means we have a big expansion for event support and staff next year that we need to get to. So that's kind of the driving force behind bringing Riley and Tony on almost full-time for this year and full-time next year, and kind of getting us to the next level. So please watch for the posts, watch for our drives. We're going to start going to the First Friday? Is what it's called down here? I forget. Okay. So we're going to start getting a table at the First Fridays and start doing some things down there. And Second Tuesday in Mesa, right? Isn't it what it's called? Second Tuesday? Or I forget. There's something down in Mesa that they have to. But we're going to be doing stuff there as well. So just kind of keep an eye out and watch. We're going to be doing a couple little pop-up things through the year too to just kind of keep the community connected. So real quick, if you were event support or staff at this show, please stand up. This show and any show, not just ours, is not successful unless people like them show up to help. And we are successful because of all of you. And I'll say this, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been doing this since 2008 for Saboten, and I actually was helping out with another convention here in town even before that. We are a crazy bunch. We will probably scare you a little bit sometimes when you first come in, but we're all a little weird. I think we all can say we probably are, right? Yeah. So don't be afraid. We are a family. First and foremost, we run this show for you guys, and we run this show for the community, and we run this show just because nothing makes me happier than seeing the little kid giggling as they're running down the hallway. That's a smile on my face, and the way I feel just even saying it now is literally the reason why we do these shows. And if you kind of have that same mentality, this is your place. We are first and foremost a family. If you're in, we will make sure that you're successful, and we will be there to help you when you fall. We might laugh at you, but we'll help you back up. We won't laugh at you to begin with. Once you become more of a family, you might get laughed at. Yeah. But no, literally, we do this for the fun. And if you're interested, please don't hesitate. That is going to be one of the big things we're looking to do. So I won't go any more into that. I think I've kind of nailed that down pretty well. So this year, as last year, so last year our vendor hall and artist hall almost 100% sold out at the show. So this year we kind of watched to see where things were again this year, kind of see how the sales were for the artists and vendors to see if it was equal to last year or where we were. Their numbers came in pretty good. We had some that were down a little bit, but we had a lot of people who were up over from last year. So we decided that we were probably going to need to expand a little bit to kind of help get some more people into the show. The biggest complaint we've always gotten is our wait list for the exhibit hall and the vendor hall is centuries long. And when I say centuries long, I think our artist wait list is 700 plus people's names, and our vendor wait list is like 300, I think, right now. So our biggest complaint is that we're too successful, and so that's a good thing, but it's a bad thing because we want to help out the community, right? And we want to make sure that we're doing our best to try to see where we can expand. So one of our little mini expansions that we will be doing next year into 2026. If you've gone to the Otaku Closet over the weekend, or if you know where that little area is up by the vendor hall, starting in 2026, that will be changed to guest hall. So we will be moving all guests up there, which will give us more space to actually add some more guests and add some more actual signing events that are going on up there. And we increased our artist hall by 20%. To add more artists. That is a good thing, and I guess a bad thing, because Artist Hall is all sold out except for 2 spaces, I believe, is where we are at the very end. So we had people actually standing in the hallway this morning at 3 a.m. getting in line, trying to get one of those spots that were getting open. So it kind of shows you that you guys really kind of are making a space where people want to come and help sell their wares to you guys and buy stuff. So I thank you guys a lot. So next year the artist hall will be expanded. Vendor hall won't change in size, but you're going to see the guest up there. So you'll see more of the flow of where you went this weekend, where you went in the front and came out the front. We're probably going to try to see if we can make the flow go in the front and out the side a little bit more to kind of push people into the guest area as we're doing things. So we'll kind of see if it happens naturally, and if it doesn't, I will get the cattle prod and we'll start just moving people in that direction. I don't do first time. We'll get the yowie paddles. If you're old enough, you got that too.
There's backpack right here.
No. It's funny because there's 2 things that are banned from this convention, and I did it many years ago. One was yowie paddles, and the second was caramel dancing. I actually had somebody last night at the masquerade, whenever they were doing this, say, "You banned caramel dancing, right? We can't play it." I'm like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to do caramel dancing." If you don't know what that is, probably you're too young too. So. Sorry, I'm an old anime fart, I apologize. So that's going to be the big expansion for next year, with some revisions on kind of changing some panel rooms around. We're probably going to shift a couple of the panel rooms that have some pillars in them to be used for something else, and moving some of the panel rooms that were in rooms with pillars into rooms without, to try to see if that helps with kind of just the overall layout. So we'll be changing some of those things. The Renaissance won't change too much. I know that we kind of got a pretty good layout over there the way it is right now. But I will say that the flow this year, again, like I said, at the Renaissance was nice. I think they were probably up about 15-20% overall over the entire weekend, which is kind of what we're looking for. So that really kind of makes me happy as well. So I do want to thank you guys. This endeavor that we started way back in 2008, and I'm going to get nostalgic, and I apologize. This is my baby, and it really has been kind of my life's blood to kind of do. This was not what I went to school for. This is not what my original career was whenever I got out of college and out of the military. If you would have came to me 15 years ago and said, Greg, you're going to be working at an anime convention and running it, and it's going to be the happiest thing you've ever done in your entire life, I would have laughed you out of the room. So I will say, though, these shows really energize me, and I think everybody here needs that. And I'll get to my one piece that I say here, and then I want to bring up the guests. Life can be tough for a lot of people right now. This is an interesting time in our world. I don't care where you sit on the spectrum of whatever you want to call your political stance. I'm not going to speak political. We usually are not the norm in a lot of the communities and in schools. We're usually the ones that are kind of picked on a little bit. We're usually the ones that are kind of looked at a little weird. So we are the norm here this weekend. And we are the norm at all of these shows. And I really want you to take that to heart. Every show you go to, this is your space. This is your time to be you. This is your time to let your guard down and have fun. This is your chance to be around other people like you that just want to be enjoying whatever genre you're here to enjoy. I will challenge all of you to, at your next event you go to or your show that you go to, find someone that's maybe in the corner someplace, or maybe he's a little shy sitting in a chair. Maybe you saw them at a panel, but you can kind of tell that they're by themselves. Talk to them. Make a friend. I realize 80% of you are probably introverts. I'm sorry. I'm going to challenge you. Make a friend. Talk to them. Do something at that show. Go up and walk the vendor hall for 5 minutes. Go to a panel. Go to the rave if that's something that you both like. And just make people feel welcome. And then take that mentality for you two to the next event you go to. Because if we do that enough, we make a strong community of ourselves that we can lean on in hard times and we can celebrate in good times. And no matter what walk of life you live in, there's always challenges and there's always little things that maybe you don't see that other people might be struggling with. So take the time, make a friend. It's more of important right now to show love and acceptance. And I think the more we do that, I think the better we're going to be as a community and the better we're going to be as just a human race. So. I'm getting fucked up, so I've got to stop. Real quick, I am going to bring guests up. Yes, my guest. Hello, I guess. We got a loose cable here. Mark that on the AV list. So, if you were a guest for this weekend, just don't forget you, since my eyesight is not what it used to be. Can you guys come up here to the stage, please?
Saboten, how are you guys feeling, huh? First of all, thank you so much for putting together such an amazing show with so many amazing individuals. Another round of applause for our wonderful I have the privilege, fun story, I had the privilege of being here, come on up everybody, you know what I mean, come on up, join me. I had the privilege of being here 7 years ago for Saboten, and it was, so to see from then to now is so awesome. Like this thing has grown so well and so organic, and what a fun place to be. I know I speak for myself, and I had a great time out here this weekend. Who else had a great time? Highlights for me, speaking about Aladdin 2, The Secret of Jafar in this room earlier. That was a big topic. Going to the Happy Hardcore rave and getting fed like Ritalin through the speaker. It was amazing. It was like Adderall, sonic waves. I loved that. That was a great rave. And then seeing the vendor hall and all the amazing, I got some killer, like my daughter loves cats. And there were so many cat stickers here. It was like, so I collected a ton. So yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting me. I know I speak for Charlotte and everybody, when all the other voice actors who are all on a plane right now, back to their respective places. But thank you. We thank you guys. We are nothing without the community. And to piggyback on stuff that you were saying, you know, when we live in this kind of polarized world, when it's always feeling like it's us versus them, but when we're here, it's just us. Right, so thank you. I immediately broke the mic.
Hi, you guys. My name is Brian, and I've been here, I think, 7 years now. I'm the one doing the weird acrobatic stuff up in the core areas. You know, we kind of hide away and do crazy stuff when Greg is looking. But it was kind of cool this year to have people come up and be like, when I tell them about the skit contest or other things, be like, wait, there's another hotel, but this year they were like, oh, which one's it at? So they're like, had that awareness that there is 2 hotels, and that was so nice to not like traumatize someone, being like, yeah, you have to go to a different building, and it's in 5 minutes. So, I don't know, I feel like the growth is there and everybody's aware there's 2 buildings, and it was cool seeing like all the different people hanging out in the creator space this year. All the different personality types, all the different backgrounds. So, thanks for having me.
Hello, hi. I'm Midnight Persona. I was one of the cosplay judges. I judged the Masquerade, which was an incredible show, by the way. Like, everyone did such an amazing job, and it was really, really difficult to decide people. I've guested twice for you guys. The first one was Saboten-Con, and it was so much fun, and I really appreciate you bringing me back. Like you had said, it's a good time to be kind to one another. And being who I am, it is a very difficult world, and people are very judgy, and people are very mean. But if we can all stick together, we can create a community with one another to protect each other and to stand out for one another. So I really appreciate being brought back. I really appreciate being here. It was a really, really fun weekend. And if you are a cosplayer, and you never competed in Masquerade, I will suggest it always, because it's so much fun. And it doesn't matter if it's like your first time, you've never done it before. I just think it's something everyone should try at least once, because you build such a wonderful community with other cosplayers. So thank you for having me, I really appreciate it.
I had no idea I was going to do a speech.
Let's go Donuts!
Hi everybody. I'm Cheyenne Mitchell, otherwise known as DJ Donatsu, or you can just call me Donut for short. I've been going to Saboten-Con since like 2012, as an attendee. And just been going to conventions in Arizona for quite some time, and this is my guest tabling debut this year. So gotta say it's been so much fun. I was the one with the TV on the table with the inflatable palm trees just outside the artist alley, and I just gotta say, like, for the longest time, I wasn't sure. Like, as a creative, one of the biggest challenges was figuring out how to like market myself and like put all of my art and stuff that I do on display. And I've gotten a lot of help from some amazing people. Keyframes, stand up. There they are. There they are. Austin and Lonnie, everybody. It was because of their support and their encouragement of just so many years of just being wonderful friends and encouraging me to kind of take that next step to, to just actually like get out there and just get out of my head and just get out there and, put my art out there. Special shout out to Lorenzo Mendoza, my wonderful, wonderful table neighbor. And then also Rodney, my brother, please stand up. Being my booth buddy, helping me out. Taking payments when I had to go to the bathroom, just like, yeah, the Saboten-Con has always been a favorite convention of mine for all these years that I've been going, and the community has always been so strong and so safe, for me to just like, just be myself, even in the days when I was in Team Rocket, Arizona, as Agent Sketch. Those, I remember like back in 2014, I was like marching down the halls and doing the Giovanni march. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I think I've talked too much, but thank you guys so much for being an amazing community. I'm gonna take it to Lorenzo.
I didn't know I was going to speech either. There's so many of you. Hi, I'm Lorenzo. What up? What up? AKA Lolo Mendoza Art. I also had a table just out over there next to my guy, Cheyenne here. It's been it's been a fun one. This is my second time tabling, and it's been such a great time, like especially being here at like a bigger convention. I've had the wonderful opportunity of also being the graphic designer for the Saboten News Posts too, which has been a lot of fun. It's just like working, like having that and like working towards it and just seeing like all the like images and like all the work, from all the guests and voice actors, seeing who's gonna be there, like really hyped me up for it, like the months prior to it, which is really cool, and just like having that opportunity to like do work for the convention is like especially during a time where like job hunting is kind of like the worst. Like it's definitely a blessing, and it's been really good for me in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's so great to be here.
Hello, I'm Hesse, and this is the first time to visit Phoenix. This is the first time to visit Saboten-Con. どうもありがとうございます。I'm singer. I'm singing Digimon Adventure 02, or I'm writing lyrics of Prince of Tennis or Sonic Super Sonico. Yeah, and my student is voice actor of Blue Rock. Oh yeah, I have. I'm touching Japanese anime for a long time, but I never experienced such a great event in USA. Amazing! Great! I'm so excited. I'm crazy. I'm getting crazy. You were so beautiful, and you completely performance, cosplay. すごいです。本当にありがとう。I never forget about experience. And when I go back to Tokyo, Japan, I want to tell about how great, how exciting event I want to tell the people in Japan. Can I sing just? It's a one phrase, forever friends. I want to dedicate for you, okay? Forever friends, 一人じゃないね、もう一度走り出せる。Thank you very much.
Okay, I gotta finish this quickly. I am gonna start to get a minutes here. I wanna, every year our masquerade fills up pretty quick. Last year filled up in, I think, just under an hour, I think it was, and the year before that was like an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes. When you opened up the masquerade this year, and closed it with 60 submissions in 15 minutes. That blew my mind and scared the living crap out of me all at the same time. But I just want to say, if you've never gone to the masquerade here, our competition at this show, and the reason why it fills up so fast, is bar none, some of the best cosplayers I think I've seen in the region. And I just want to say, we have a really good community here that we need to support, but the competition this year was just amazing. So if you haven't gone to it in the past, please try to find a chance to do that. So I have never done this, we did many, many years ago, but we actually have our first guest for 2026. He reached out to me this summer and wanted to come this year. I'm like, I don't have the time, don't have the budget, I cannot bring you out. So we've been working behind the scenes. We don't have a contract signed yet, but we pretty much have a 100% agreement that's going to happen. So I'm too excited to not let this be announced, and this way I can tell him, well, you're announced, you have to come. You might have seen him here twice before, but Lady Beard will be coming back. For 2026. So if you haven't gone to his concert yet, you'll get a chance to go see him next year. He is an amazing and just an overall terrific guy. And his concerts are just amazing. So we already actually have a couple other voice actors, big voice actors that are already in the works of getting signed. We're probably going to hold off on announcing them till right before Black Friday, which will be when we'll open up our sales for 2026. Don't get ahead of yourself. So kind of watch for that. We're going to be pushing the envelope a little bit next year. We have another big international band, and we're working on 2 seiyus for next year as well. So kind of keep an eye out for that as we roll into the end of this year. Our goal is to have all international contracts done by the end of this year, so we can give you guys enough time to scream, cry, and wish it was happening sooner rather than later. It's FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? This is part of what's happening with the event, since I now have some more time free to work in other department areas to kind of help expand. This is the big area we're going to be expanding next year, where there's a lot of the guest relations side. and again, moving with the guest hall upstairs. It's all part of our kind of mini expansion before we do our big next announcement for our big expansion in 2027. And I will not tell you that. So you're going to have to wait. So that being said, before I close, I forgot to say at the beginning, there is a box over here. Be gentle. There are badges in there. I will tell you right now, there is probably 5 full events in there. We almost sold out of full events over the entire weekend. I don't believe there is any Friday in there. And I think we actually got out of Monday today, because Monday actually is a little bit busier today than what we expected for people coming through the door. So if you want a Saturday or a Sunday, you're probably going to be lucky enough to find some of those in there. We're probably going to work on trying to do something next year as well, because I know a lot of you guys like to collect these, so we're actually thinking of trying to get to the point where we can have like a commemorative little thing that you can just grab that has all the art and stuff in it moving forward as well. So kind of watch for that as well. We've got a lot of big changes and big marketing pushes, and just overall, just kind of expansions of some of the things as our team start to grow into 2026. So kind of keep an eye on that. I've talked enough. I have enough of my staff in here that they need to go actually try to get stuff done so we can get out of here at a decent time. Last year I did not announce our attendance, and the reason why is because some other events in the community were upset with us announcing our numbers, and they felt that we were gloating, whatever. And respectfully, I decided last year kind of not to do that. I just said overall, last year, our full events were up last year compared to previous years. This year, so last year was a big year for us. So, and here comes the geek in me. I'm sorry, you probably hate me because I'm killing time. Our convention over the past 17 years has gone day pass sales, double day pass sales, turning into full event sales, and it starts all over again in kind of a wave. And it's interesting if you look at the data. I'm a data person, so I'm sorry, I'm a geek. So I like looking at those things, which is nice because it kind of lets me know where our expansions in and where we have some more revenue coming in, so we know we can do the expansions and cover them when we're doing them. Last year was an anomaly, where we actually had more one-day passes turn to full event passes than we've ever had before. So we had our largest ever ratio of full events to day passes. Last year, our full event to day pass ratio was, I think 81% was full event over the entire weekend, and the rest was all day batches. That's really amazing, guys, it really is. So this year, blew me away again. If you notice, today was a little bit busier for a Monday than what you've seen, right? And the reason why is we actually exceeded last year's percentage of full events for the entire weekend ratio this year again, which is amazing. So this year we actually shifted to have about 83% of the entire attendance over the entire weekend was full event. And to me, I know a lot of people will be listen me hear they say this, and however you make the announcement of attendance in the end, because yes, I am going to announce attendance, and be like, you're going to calculate math and stuff like that. So don't do that. And the reason why I say that is, what that number tells me is that we're doing something right. Because you're not coming for Friday for one little event or one thing. You're not coming on Sunday just for the masquerade. You're coming on Thursday night, probably getting a hotel room, and you're staying for the entire weekend. That means you're here for, everybody in here for the community. That means you're in here to have fun. That means we're giving you a space where you actually feel comfortable and are having fun the entire weekend. That number makes me happy because that makes me know that what we're doing is making a difference and is making something that you guys feel that you can feel comfortable coming to. So I do thank you guys. For everybody who had a full event, or if you're new, please thank you so much for kind of helping us expand this year, which is the attendance wise. That being said, you can tell that I am not an introvert, I'm an extrovert, and I like to talk, and I'm sorry, so I'm going to shut up because my staff's probably already starting to try to throw stuff at me. and I could ham it up for another hour, trust me, with just one conversation. So that being said, I do want to thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough, honestly. I've had a rough year with everything that's kind of going on, and with my wife and I, with kind of some internal things, not personally between her and I, but just kind of our life kind of changing a little bit. And these shows really kind of energize us as well. And it really kind of resettles us back down and lets us kind of just, but I will tell you, the show, I feel a lot better at the end of the weekend going than on Thursday. So remember, badges, don't race, don't tackle. But I will be calling this closed for the show. So Saboten-Con 2025's attendance at 26,000. 723. That being said, thank you guys so much. Please support all your other community events in the area. I hope I see you guys either Konnichiwa in November, Sabaku next year, Flagstaff. If not, I hope I see you guys all next year. Have a great fall. Have a great holiday. I love you guys all. Thank you so much.